this place to the other place, for searching for something. That's like motive. It's motivating you.
Yeah. I like the way you describe dopamine with just one sentence that took the whole paragraph that you've talked about and the instances that you've given through the experiment of the rat. And what you said is like dopamine is a fundamental thing for survival. So when you get back to
guys, when you start this thing, remember that when you see the light going off. Let's start.
Introduction iko nzuri kweli. David.
Samuel.
David.
Please don't start with those questions.
Welcome to the show. And would you just describe who you are?
Oh my God.
3 words.
In 3 words?
Yeah.
I describe who am I. 3 words. I'm trying now to summarize the paragraph into 3 words. I am a product of surrounding.
You're a product of surrounding. Your surrounding. Those are 4. I'm sorry.
Product of surrounding.
You're a product of your surrounding.
Product of surrounding.
Okay. What do you try to say?
Okay, I'm trying to mean like me. I'm not like who am I? I am made or my totality. Good. My totality is okay. Comes from what surrounds me, the environment that surrounds me.
Okay.
The people, the things that surround me, the society. Yeah.
So the beliefs, the religions, the faith, the ideas, the education, the structure, the systems.
Yeah.
Plus everything that environment has.
Yeah, because you
both
see,
natural and biologically is equals to you. Okay.
Because you see, when I was born, I didn't came with these things.
Yeah.
I came empty. So I found a surrounding which now made me me. That's now what's called being alive. When you are in the womb, the environment is just maybe those liquids. It doesn't tell you who you are. But when now you want to be called a person who is living, or you want to, that's why we call living people. Living is like coming out of the womb into the real life where people are. Then you live, then you live. You find your entity, you find who you are.
Really, that's a good description of yourself. I never thought myself as a product ever. You know, most people when they are asked to describe themselves in 3 words, they're like, I'm assertive, I'm successful.
I'm David.
Yeah, or you know, some people like when you ask a person, most of the people, when you go and ask them, can you give me 3 words that can describe yourself? They're like, I'm a husband, I'm a successful man, and I'm a real estate agent. And they're like, oh wow, and you just said you're a product of your environment.
Yeah. Because I can't say I'm what I'm made.
You're what you're made from the environment.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, thanks. That's a good description of me. So when when I'm speaking to you today, I'll be speaking to you with an open mind, or my perspective or my lens that I'll be using from you now, and understand everything that you're giving me is a product of what surrounds you or what you've experienced.
Yeah, it's more of experience.
Okay. Now let's just start. What have you brought us with? I heard you are talking about dopamine. Dopamine, yeah. Some disease when we hear something out here and it becomes fun to us, we say it's dope, it's fun, it's like it's interesting. Yeah. What do you think about dopamine?
Dopamine.
Or what do you think of dopamine? Let's just start with the basics.
Yeah.
So that we can continue.
Yeah, let's break it.
Yeah.
So for dopamine it's okay. It's something very essential in a manner like.
It's so essential, huh?
Oh, sorry.
Man.
Yeah. So like dopamine is something. So for dopamine, it's something. It's okay. It's a liquid that you make in our brain that is fundamental in survival. It's used in survival. The part of the brain that contains dopamine is okay. It processes both pain and both pain and pleasure. So when you find a person, okay, so that's why we say like we want to find out. We're looking for dope. You see, most of people are looking for dopamine. It's something that is more of, it's a chemical that is more of survival. It gives men that motive. There was this experiment that was done with a rat. The rat was given they absorbed all the dopamine from its brain, and they gave the rat food directly in the mouth. The rat ate the snack, but when they took that snack away from the rat, maybe let's say 30 centimeters away from it, the rat lacked the ability to go to reach the snack. Not because of legs or what, because of lack of dopamine. So that shows that dopamine is like a substance that gives us motive.
Yeah.
It gives us motive for what it's essential for survival. Hope that's clear.
Yeah, so basically dopamine is equals to motivation.
Yeah, it's more motivation. It gives us motive and show us this is the essential thing that you need. This is the right thing that you need for survival.
Yeah.
Okay, even dopamine is still used in locomotion. You see, locomotion is all about effort, moving from this place to the other place, for searching for something. That's like motive. It's motivating you.
Yeah. I like the way you described dopamine with just one sentence that took the whole paragraph that you've talked about, and the instances that you've given through the experiment of the rat. And what you said is like dopamine is a fundamental thing for survival. So when you get back to evolution, men when they were hunting back then, so I think the men back then had a lot of dopamine, or is it that these times men have dopamine? I want to break it now. I want to see because now you have said it's a fundamental. I don't know if I can call it an object or utility or
chemical.
Yeah, it's chemical that you have said that it's in your head.
That you make in your brain.
Yeah, it's in your brain. That is. So let's just break it down a little bit. I want now to get back into our evolution stories. In the early man, he was a hunter and gatherer. So this man had to survive by going out and hunt and gather.
Sure.
Then it came the invention of fire. Then he started cooking. Then it came the inventions of, now he started making tools. Then after making tools, he started doing farming and agriculture. Then it continued growing. Then we got into in a revolution of agriculture. Then we had a lot of farms. Now they had to grow. Skills now started to become like basketry and this. Now I have this question. All these people are doing survival for their bellies. So is dopamine mostly for your bellies, or is dopamine mostly something that gives you, you're surviving to have comfort, or are you surviving to live? Because if you can look from the evolution perspective, the early man, that he was motivated. If he had not to work hard, he will not have anything.
Okay, let me try to answer that question in this way. In a place where there is no pain, there is no motive. In a place where there is no pain, there can't be people searching for something. If you don't have pain, you can wake up early in the morning, go and look for food and come back. So dopamine is something like this. Okay, it's like a weighing balance. there's this part of pain and this part of pleasure. When you overwhelm yourself with pleasure, the pain side comes up. So the more the pleasure, the more the pain. And the more the pain, the more the pleasure. You see,
the more the pain, the less the pleasure, or the more the pain, the more the pleasure?
Okay, the more the pain, the more you increase the pain, the more the pain. And the more you increase the pain, the more you want to have that pleasure. So I can say the more the pain, the more the pain, the more the pain, the more the pleasure. Let me try to clarify that out. Okay, let's say when today you earn $20,000.
That's a lot, man. Amen.
$20,000. You'll have that motive to work, not for just $20,000, for an extra, maybe $40,000.
Yeah, but there is no pain, huh?
You see, like, okay, there is a pain. You see, when the pleasure has been increased, okay, let's say this is a weighing balance. Umepewa $20,000. It's just equal this way. You've been given $20,000. Okay, $20,000 pleasure. Okay, the pleasure side goes down, the pain side goes up. So then, because you have gained money, there's a lot of needs. Needs zinaanza kujiongeza. You see, hii umeanza kujiletea mavitu zingine. Then in the pleasure, you still now unataka kutaka ile tamani ya nataka bado zingine nyingi. Nataka kutafuta dozi zingine nyingi. I need to work hard. Like that's why you see some people. Okay, that's how even every human is like. The more they get something, the more they want to get to the next step. When I get this, I can achieve this, then I want to get there. I want to get there. That's why we're living in a world that is people are not they're not satisfied with what they have. That's a result of dopamine. So that's why those early men, you see, like that they're every single day they're realizing themselves, moving from this step to this step. It's because they want to achieve something higher. But when they reach there, then they see another step that they can be. That way. So that's a result of dopamine. So when you increase the pain, the pleasure, that money that you've earned, the pain increase. Okay, this is the increase. When you increase, the weighing balance go down. This side goes up. Then more pain comes. It goes down because more wants, more needs come. It goes down. Now the pleasures come up. You feel pain. You feel like I've not done this all. You increase the pleasure. When you try to balance, that's what is called as homeostasis. It's more balancing, but it's not easy to balance. You find yourself like you've overdone the pleasure, and when you overdo the pleasure, the more the pain, the needs come. It goes down, the pleasure. Then you try to weigh that big thing. That's why we call them heroes, because they've tried to lift the pain up and try to increase the pleasure.
Most of the time, let me try to explain a little bit about me. Most of the time, I think in visions. I try to visualize what somebody is talking about. I think wearing this would be important because I don't know if my sound is great. Let me continue. You just bear me a little bit. Just give me some minutes, okay? Most of the time, let me get back to the question that I asked.
Okay.
Most of the time, I think in terms of
images, vision.
Visuals. But from my engineering perspective, it has affected more how I think. If I can draw what you're trying to say, like we have a weight, right?
In balance.
Yeah. I just want to see if what I'm thinking of, if that's what you're explaining. I might be thinking of other things. This is pleasure, and this is pain. if you reduce pay, if you got like money, and you decide to reduce the pleasure amount of money in your pleasure, a lot of pain comes through.
Okay, this is a way. You see, when you add something here, it goes down. So it's increasing the pleasure.
It's reducing the pleasure. Because when something increasing, it's like this. How can you increase?
Because how does a weighing balance look like?
It looks like it balances like this.
It balances.
So if this and this
when I put something here,
it goes down.
It's a result of adding something here.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm thinking in another perspective.
Oh, you are thinking increasing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, it's like increasing.
It's like a hydraulic when you have a call. Yes.
It's like increasing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I was trying to say. So, but now if you say it like that, I think now I can picture what you're trying to say. And since you've said when you increase the pleasure,
okay,
or if you add some weight into the pleasure, you mean that if you're adding some weight to the pleasure, you're not having some pleasure. You're just like that, right?
If you're adding some weight, you see, pleasure. When you add pleasure, is a result of pain. Searching for pleasure is a result of having pain. That's why you see people, those who are addicted to something, when they're going to bar, they don't go there not because they feel okay, not because they want to go there, but they have the pain. That's why the best way to maybe kwenda kufika hapo chini.
Wait. Yeah. A little bit of a question. So what if you just say that having pleasure is a result of pain?
Searching for pleasure is a result of previous pain or initial pain.
Oh, searching.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Searching for pleasure is a result of previous pain.
Yeah, or initial pain, or having the pain itself.
Or having the pain itself currently.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's crazily weird because I'm like, so you want to tell me, like, to be honest, those people who get into clubs, I'm using my example, those people who do alcohol, they want to feel high. That's the best language I can use.
Do you know why people want to feel high?
I don't, now I was asking because what do you want to tell me that they want to feel high because of a result of pain, and by the end of the day on Monday morning they will be waking up with headaches? No, how can you get out of pain to get into pleasure and end up in pain, and the results that you'll be getting out there will be pain? Like taking alcohol, that's a pleasure, right? By the end of alcohol on Monday mornings, you have headaches. You are terrible at your work, right? Yeah. Look at even these people who call it early pregnancy. It's a 12 minutes pleasure, but at the end of the day, it's a pain. So you want to tell me these people are doing this out of pain to get into pleasure, then end into pain? Or is it pleasure that brings pain? Because now that's where I was thinking in terms of weights.
Okay, let me try it. Let me start by saying this way. The best way to stop addiction is not to go to the drugs or the drug industry. The best way to stop addiction is to look at the pain. The pain is the root of every addiction. People are addicted because they are suffering from something. You see, addiction is like this. Leonard, today I drink alcohol. I feel some pleasure. Because I felt some pleasure, the pain will increase. So I feel more pain. So I need to balance. I don't need more pain. I need to balance. So what do? What do? Well, okay, I feel this is the weighing balance, isn't it? I've taken alcohol. I feel I've had pleasure, isn't it? So because I've had pleasure, the pain increases because of the pleasure. So the weighing balance goes like this. So what do I do now to retain this pain and pleasure? Because I don't want to feel a lot of pain. I don't want to feel that high. I don't want to feel that headache.
Wait. The whole night that you went drunk, it has to, the weighing balance has to be weighed by Monday hangovers and headaches.
What? The whole.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, hiyo kulewa yote umelewa on Mondays, on Saturday and Sunday. Hiyo yote ni pleasure. So let's say you're weighing of your pleasure imeenda juu, si ndio? So you want to tell me?
Ngoja.
Yeah,
imeenda juu sababu pain ime increase.
Ime reduce.
Ime increase.
Yeah. So umeona, on Monday itabidi
you balance. So that's why you find people with hangover, pain, headache, because the pain is more. The pain is that hangover. The pain is that headache. The pain is that I feel bored.
Okay, let me try to connect it. Let me try to bring another question. Try to connect this together. You said pain and pleasure. We have also something known as sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Is there any relationship between sacrifice and pain, or is there a difference between sacrifice and pain?
Okay, sacrifice and pain. Okay, let me think that question first. Okay, you see, why do people fast? You see, why do people who want to succeed at all work hard? Those who want to reach a certain level.
There I told you, everybody can go against love, which is pleasure and whatever, but nobody can go against pain, and you say pain is not real. Do you understand what I'm saying? But for all the pleasures in this world, even for example for the religious people, they're like, all these things will be gone, but there is the eternal fire. You see, but there is that pain. You see, like we are motivated to get into a simulated world. We're motivated to. We're motivated to willingly act ourselves to manifest to a simulated world from the real world, which is pain.
Wow.
That's how I can summarize the discussion that you've made.
Yeah, like you're correct.
Am I good?
Yeah.
So that willingness to that acting is what we call dopamine, and it is dictated by your environment.
You see, environment shows you how you ought to be, but it doesn't force you to be that. Environment can show you that immorality is a good thing. Environment can show you, okay, I don't mean environment people live, like the guy that surrounds you can show you.
Let's say just everybody.
Yeah, certain amount of money, certain amount of thing is good, but it's only you who can tell yourself that it's true. It's only you who can agree to what people say. They can force you to agree. So it's you, not more of the environment, but they have to tell you.
You have to get some information so that you can process.
Yeah, you have to get good grades. You have to get some information. That's why we go to school, we do some things, we read books, because we have to get some information. Then the ones that matter. But then even dopamine can show you this thing. It's good. Why? It's good for survival. Work hard, wake up early. That's a result of dopamine. Why? It wants to show you it's good for pleasure. It's good for a good future. Yeah.
Wow.
So you can say it's more about you, but you need to get information.
What else do you think I don't know about dopamine? Because I've seen now, for me, I knew dopamine is all about a lot of pleasure, but it has a very negative result of pain. But now, as the way you have changed my mindset, and I can connect it with a lot of things, from evolution to scientific to religion. My mind now is running so fast. I've got like a lot of connections. I'm trying to, my mind is now trying to connect a lot of things. So, what do you think I don't know about dopamine? What else do you think I don't know about dopamine?
Dopamine. Okay, for dopamine, there's this one misunderstood thing about dopamine. Is that, let me try to bring it in the addiction, like more about addiction. And you can mention I had said this earlier. When you want to stop addiction, you don't have to interrogate the drug. You don't have to go to the drug. You don't have to take the drug away from that person. You have to take the pain away from that person by increasing pleasure. So for them, they find that when they don't have now this amount of pain, okay, let's go back to the drug addicts. Kindly, for the drug addicts, they know that the only way they can get healed out of hangovers, headaches, is only to take that cigarette. There's no way, even when they take Panadol, they can get healed. So how can you take that cigarette away from that person? There is no way you can, because he will starve to death. Because he's struggling, he's facing a lot of pain. So the best way is to interrogate why is this person taking the drug. And addiction, 50 to 60% of why people are addicted is mostly, and I want you to try to clarify this, is mostly, okay, it was a research which was done, 50 to 60% of addicted people come out of, let's say, maybe your father was addicted, your mother was addicted. It's more of a biological transmission of addiction. That was a research that 50 to 60% of the people are addicted mainly due to biological transfer of that addiction. So can you kindly try to extrapolate that?
The addiction comes from 60% and 50% from your parents.
50 to 60% of your parents.
So they say
biological transmission. That's
I don't know about that. So if you tell me like to extrapolate more about that, I really don't know that study. I really don't know about that study, to be honest. I don't know anything about that, but that's a very good something that I might research about. That addiction is 60 to 50%. Oh, that's powerful. I never thought of that like that. Okay. Thank you for your time.
You're gone.
Yeah, I thank you for your time. I've learned a lot of things about pain, dopamine. It's a simple topic, but it's a lot more deep that if you continue thinking it for like 2 weeks, you'll have connected a lot of things.
It's a mind-blowing topic.
Yeah. See you next time.
Morning. Oh, bye.